Today, I'm going to be talking about all of the things that we have used for homeschooling kindergarten. Now, we don't use a whole lot of stuff, and actually my son is just out of that stage now. He's 6, he's in grade 1, but these are the things that we have used for him, and some of it we still use on a daily basis. So this isn't exclusively for kindergarten, but if you're just getting started, these are the things that we have used and they've worked really well. Hello everybody and welcome back to our channel. I'm Maryann if you're new here. I'm a homeschool mom of 2 kids. I love being a mother, but I also know it can be challenging. So my goal behind every video is just to bring encouragement and support to you as the mom. So if you haven't already clicked subscribe, do so now. My channel is full of homeschooling content and homemaking inspiration, and I hope that it gives you the encouragement that you need. So the very first thing that we started doing with him was, this is from The Good and the Beautiful, and it's the Doodles and Prewriting workbook. Basically, it's a bunch of tracing and connecting the dots, things that are going to help with fine motor skills, holding a pencil properly, things like that. They can color the pictures. As you can see, my son has done quite a bit in this book. And some of it was scribbles, but that's what 3-year-olds do, right? But he really enjoyed things like mazes and tracing the really squiggly lines and things like that. This was really fun for him. He really did enjoy this. I always let my kids decorate their books with stickers and stuff like that. It just makes it feel more personal for them. So he started this when he would have been about 3.5 is when he started this one. Then when he was a little bit older, when he was 4, I got him the second one. So this is the same from The Good and the Beautiful, the Doodles and Prewriting Part 2. So this is just sort of the next step up. There's lots of letter tracing and things like that in here, a little bit of finding the difference and recognizing shapes and things like that. So this one is a little bit more advanced, but still really, really suitable for the younger ages. Another thing that we use for kindergarten or grade primary, whatever you want to call it, is this first handwriting practice pad. Now again, you're going to see stickers. My kids love their stickers. I just got this on Amazon and I want to say it was maybe $10 or something. So this was not an expensive purchase at all. With everything I'm showing you, I will link as much as I can down in the description box. So if you want to go check it out for yourself, I will include as many links as I can down there for you. So it's just the typical practice pad where it has, the lines with the dotted line in the middle to show you where your upper and your lowercase letters go. And what I do is I write the letter properly at the beginning of the line, and then they have to copy it for the rest of the line. So as you can see, they've done quite a bit in this, and they really, really enjoy it. And of course, lots of stickers when they accomplish their goal at the end of their school time. So we always do stickers. This has been a really great addition, and this is something that my son still uses. Like I said, he's 6 years old in grade 1, and he is still working from this book because he still needs practice with his letters. He knows them all now. He has recognition, but in writing them properly, printing them properly, he still practices that. And so we are still currently using this every day in our homeschool. The next thing I'm going to show you was something that he was so excited about when it came in the mail. It was another Amazon purchase. So these are the magnetic letters and numbers, and there's quite a few in here. So he's able to make a lot of different words and just different letter combinations. He plays around with them on the fridge. And this is a great activity as well. If you have kids that maybe have a harder time sitting still, this keeps their hands really busy and their minds really busy, and you can send them over to the fridge. Maybe you're working on something with your older child at the table, send them over to the fridge. And so what I do sometimes is I will write down words on a piece of paper, and he'll take the paper over and find the letters with the magnets and then have to spell them on the fridge with a magnet. It's like a challenge to see how many he can get on the fridge in a certain amount of time. So he really likes that. It's really fun for him. And what I like about this collection, I've seen other magnetic number sets and stuff before, and letter sets, but there's never enough of the letters to make multiple words. With this one, there are quite a few in here. So he's able to make a lot of different letter combinations, and he finds this really fun. All right, so another thing that we use, these are math blocks. That's what these are. And these are fantastic. Again, we still use them in his math, but these have been really, really not only fun for him, but we can use these for learning about patterns and adding and subtracting and things like that. Math blocks are kind of just a really good staple manipulative to have on your homeschool shelf. Because really, kids of any ages can use these. If they're having trouble with something and they do better with a visual, being able to take these and stack them together and break them apart, and it just really helps with that visual. You can even use these for multiplication problems. These, I do recommend that every homeschooler has a set of these on hand, because I have used these for both of my children over and over and over again, not just in kindergarten, but many, many times over. So these are worth the investment. I will definitely see if I can link these as well. But when you have younger children in the kindergarten level, just give them the math blocks and let them be creative. See if they can make a pattern. Ask them, say, can you make a whole row of purple, green, and yellow, and see if they do it and see how they come up with the solution on their own to that. It's amazing how intelligent children are. And when you just give them the tools, they will be so creative. So these have been wonderful. I definitely recommend the math blocks. Now, this right here, I don't want to turn it upside down too much because it's all going to fall out in the box. This is artificial currency. So we're in Canada. So a lot of the curriculums that we have used come with currency, but it's American money. And that it's just confusing for my kids naturally, because that's not the money that we use. It doesn't look the same. So I got this again off of Amazon. Amazon is amazing for homeschool supplies. And this has every piece of currency in it that we would use. It even has pennies. And for those of you who are Canadians, you'll know that pennies actually aren't in circulation anymore. However, I do still teach the value of a penny to my children because it helps them to understand the value of a nickel and a dime and whatnot. So we still use the pennies, even though they're not actually in circulation. But this has been an amazing kit. We have played games with this. We play shopping games where, we set up different toys that are for sale around the house, and then we go around with shopping bags, and each child has a certain amount of money in their purse or in their pocket, and they walk around, they select what they want. We put price tags on things, and then I'll be the cashier, and they come up to me and I tell them how much they owe me, and then they have to figure out how to make that amount of money with the money that I've given them. So it's really good practice for them to understand the value of money, but also to recognize that, this is $2 and this is $1, this is 25 cents. So turning it into a game, it always makes it more memorable for kids. And this has been really, really helpful. In fact, we're currently using the Good and the Beautiful level 1 math for my son for grade 1. And again, it comes with American currency. But whenever we get to a lesson that involves money, I pull this out and we just swap it out for the Canadian currency. So if you're in Canada, this is fantastic. I'm sure that there are currencies for probably almost every country out there that you can purchase. But obviously, we're Canadian, so this is what we're going to use. One of our favorite things to do in our homeschool is what we call morning journals. Now, morning journals are basically just a free writing creative time. It's something that I thought of a while back, and I honestly don't know if I can take credit for this. I probably cannot. I am sure I heard it somewhere. I just don't remember where I heard it from. But morning journals is basically a time where my kids will write or draw about whatever it is they want to. I don't direct them. I don't give them a topic. They just write about whatever's on their heart and their minds. I don't correct their spelling. I'm not checking anything. This is just their creative time. So for my son, I started him off doing this when he was 4. And he had so much fun with it, even though he wasn't yet able to write out his own stories. He would draw the pictures and then he would dictate to me what he wanted me to write. And then I would write it down for him. And then he loved it when I would read back what he dictated, because he got to hear his story. right? So he absolutely loved that. And these are things that I am going to keep for years. These are very sentimental to me, just to see the drawings and the thoughts of my kids when they were little. But this is a great way to get kindergarten aged children comfortable with the idea of putting their thoughts down on paper and thinking, okay, I want to draw a picture of the park that we went to yesterday. And they're thinking in their minds, okay, what did the park look like? Maybe they're going to add a slide or a swing. And they have so much fun. I think that your kids will love this. All I did was purchase, you can buy them in like packs of 4, the very basic Hilroy Scribblers, what do they call them? Exercise books. Very, very basic, not expensive at all. And the kids love it. Again, decorated with all kinds of stickers, personalized. They love this. And this is the first thing that we do every morning in our homeschool. The last thing I'm going to show you that we use for kindergarten and every other grade, because this is something we just do together as a family, is our daily devotional book. I have talked about this before on my channel, but this is by far my favorite devotional book for kids that I have ever used. And I've gone through quite a few of them. This one's amazing. So it's Indescribable by Louis Giglio, and it's 100 devotions about God and science. So every single page has a write-up, and each devotion is just the 2 pages. That's it. So it's not long. You're not asking too much of your little ones for them to sit there and listen. It's very short. And oftentimes while we do this, my kids are eating their breakfast. So they're already sort of busy, and they can focus on this a little bit easier. But another option would be to have your kids color or something while you're reading if they have a hard time just sitting there listening. But it's great because each page talks about something to do with science, and then it ties it all back to God as the creator. And then on every page, there's also this little section here, the Be Amazed section. It's just giving some interesting facts related to what you just read. So this has been phenomenal. I think that we've read every single one in here, and we just keep rereading them over and over again, and the kids are not getting tired of it. I highly recommend this if you're looking for a good devotional, suitable for kids, nothing too deep that they're not going to understand. This is absolutely fantastic. That's it for today's video. I hope that this has been helpful for you. Again, don't feel the need to rush out and get a huge curriculum if that's something that you're unsure of, or maybe if you are on a tighter budget, you don't have to do that for the kindergarten level. Keep it really simple. Less is more, I believe, when it comes to the younger ages. So keep it simple. Just get a few things that you know are going to keep your kids busy and satisfied and help them to learn step by step throughout their year. Kids are sponges, and they're going to learn so much just by listening to you talk to your older children or listening to you read stories to them. So don't overthink it. Keep it simple. And most importantly, just enjoy this time with your kids. Homeschooling is such an amazing journey. We love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope this video has given you a little bit of encouragement and direction in your own homeschool journey. And click subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.